Hi guys, this is Ghassan, founder of Real Academy of Art Colorado. Today I'm going to take you with me to the very interesting journey to introduce you to the Nitram Charcoal. One is the very attractive materials in our field. Let's we go. Alright guys, the first things we need to learn about Nitram Charcoal. The Nitram Charcoal is the very natural charcoal. It just made from the pure charcoal, is nothing chemical inside it. So they came with multiple pieces. It came with the HB, an H, and the B. The HB it's orange, and H it's blue, and then B it's green. Green is a more darker and more softer. HB is the middle, and then H is a little bit harder. Normally we use it for very light material stuff, like maybe from the light size we use it. Sometimes we use it in the darker just to blending with it. So that's what we use it. After that, you need to learn about the sharpening the charcoal, because we cannot use the charcoal like that, because it's just not give me what I want. Is I cannot control it. Better to have it sharpened like a needle or pointy, almost like that, because this is a little dull, so we need to sharpen it more. But we need to sharpen it like that. So a lot of students, I saw them when they come to the charcoal, they sharpen it with the wrong way. So today I'm going to show you what is the best way to sharpen your charcoal. You need at the first time have sandpaper. You can make this a sandpaper. It's a block of sandpaper. So normally we use inside this soft and hard, or you could use just softer. I use here is 220 charcoal. So sandpaper, sorry. To sharpen this charcoal, be careful from holding the charcoal like that, because you will break it. So I will recommend you put your finger here like that, and then start use it from the corner of the charcoal, start moving back and forth. Also, I don't recommend you move it to that side, because sometimes this is very fragile charcoal. Sometimes you will break it. So I recommend you just go back and forth like this. It will sharp slowly, but it will give you a great quality. All right, after we sharpening our charcoal, so this is going to be looks like it's, as I mentioned to you, it's pointy. It will give you really high control for charcoal. We need to know what the surface I should use it on. So we're going to use it on a paper. Probably the paper we use it, it is not as going to be like looks like for drawing, because this is need heavy paper. So I always recommend my students use from 90 pound and above. So because the 90 pound, it's going to give me, like you see, like this is like a cardboard, almost like cardboard. So this materials, it's need a layer. So any paper receiving a lot of layers supposed to be more heavier than other paper. So also we use rough paper, because this is a powder materials, looks like a pastel. Is not good for you to use it on the soft paper. You need to use it to the rough paper. When you go to buy papers, always ask them about cold press 90 pound for that. Of course, the free acid is just for. So now, as we say about the paper, we're going to use this soft side of the paper, which has been the back of the paper. We're going to start to learn how we apply the charcoal on the paper. So it's a little bit different than a lot of materials. Normally we use it as like a rub technique, like this. You can just keep moving one direction. So one direction for them. So like for example, if I would like to create one value, if I wanted to do that, we're gonna start to do that technique. So this is materials really need from you patient. You should not from the first layer you should cover everything. So don't worry about it. Start just apply it. You can use crosshatch. Crosshatch, it's for those who don't know what is crosshatch. So you can hatch the line and then cross it. It will give you cover the papers perfectly. So we start first layer very light like this, and then we keep cross it, see like that. Start to cover all the fiber of the paper. So that's how we work with it, because that, I mentioned to you the first time, you need to get a little bit patient for the charcoal. We're not going to go quickly darker. We're going to build up our darker for that situation. The charcoal will teach me really how can I control my value, and then it's good materials to start with it, to think about it, to really control your value. It's mean you can make a good analysis of your value by separate your dark is dark, light is light, and then build up your materials, and then you will create illusion from that secret. So when I feel I'm ready for go to the next or make this is more darker, after I fill all the gap for this paper. So light, we're not gonna do like this. Normally light, we could just start to drag the charcoal like that. I always use H for that. So that will give me little gradation. You could use sometimes a little brush above it. See, it will give you a good transition for that. So then after that, I could use kneaded eraser for start to create any details, information if I need it with the charcoal. So that's how I use the charcoal. And then if I wanted to create more darker, I could come back to the terminator, make it more darker. If I just pretend this is as a terminator between dark and light, so I can start to create that system. It will give me, always terminator is more darker than the form shadow or core shadow. So see, that's how I use it, the charcoal. And then you can really create illusion by controlling your value from dark to the light. So if you just get this concept, your charcoals will become really nicer. And then we could use kneaded eraser to decrease the value. Like for example, if I wanted to use this area here, like erase, you can use a flat and start pull like this. So that's how I could also make some gradation with it. So yeah, that's all what I need to know about it. How can I control my charcoal? Because apply the charcoal to the paper is the most important thing. You should start from the shadow and then block your shadow, flatten your shadow, and then establish your shadow perfectly as you need. And then the illusion of it or transition value from dark to light will make the illusion of the 3D. So I wish you get some benefit from that. Also, I wish you enjoying with this video. I just wanted to make you really control these materials because it's so good materials. I love to use it. Even when I draw something on the canvas, I use this as materials because it's really natural materials. This will help me for, it's not put any chemical materials in my oil painting. When I do my oil painting, I always use this as materials for drawing. So it's good for you to really get experiment with these materials. And then try it. It will give you a beautiful result. As I mentioned to you, it will give you a really good journey for your art. Thank you so much for joining me with this journey. I wish you enjoying, and then wait me to the next journey. I will introduce you to the other materials to help you for that. Thank you so much.